People are drawn to rural Georgia for its peace and quiet beauty. What follows is a story about a group of people who came to do our own thing, as one man put it. What their thing is a little complicated and more than a little unnerving to some of their neighbors in Putnam County, which is about 70 miles southwest of Atlanta. Fox 5's Doug Richards joins us now with more on who they are and the biggest questions surrounding these folks. Doug?
Amanda, this group is probably located about 50 miles south of Athens. It's a group that has published piles of newsletters and writes favorably about bits and pieces of all the world's major religions. Yet its members say they are non-religious, a fraternal order, like the Shriners. The group's leader is described as more than a teacher. He is the supreme Grand Master and happens to be from another planet. The Eatonton-based group has several names: the Nation of Nuwaubian Moors, the Ancient Mystic Order of Melchizedek. It all fits enough of a pattern that it has some Putnam Countyans nervously asking, is this group a cult?
70 miles southeast of Atlanta, Eatonton is the seat of Putnam County, best known as the dairy capital of Georgia.
Oh, they got 400 and something acres. Goes up to that corner yonder.
William Larman is a dairyman, and he's talking about his new neighbors.
Oh, yeah, I'm happy for them.
But they are not dairymen.
Because they said they come from what? Ritz. Planet Ritz, I think.
It is not a joke to the people who've built these two large pyramids and elaborate Egyptian-style ornamentation and put up rows of double-wide homes on some 400 acres of rural Putnam County farmland and woodland.
How many people live here?
Got different families that live here.
It's a place that granted our request for a visit inside the secured gate, allowed us to watch the workers build new ceremonial structures, allowed us to listen close up to the continuous chant broadcast from a speaker bank at the top of one of the pyramids.
For people that want to get spiritually in tune with the image stuff.
But for the most part, sidestepped our requests for answers.
What about the guy from another planet?
We'll make sure you get all of those papers.
Are they a cult?
Depends on the definition of a cult. Certainly there are many characteristics similar with other entities that are defined as cults.
How long you lived here?
About 6-7 months.
Jerry, our tour guide, says he came here from Alabama. The sheriff says most of the other residents come from the Northeast: New York, Philadelphia, Baltimore. How many, including how many children, is unclear.
He's Yanun?
He's known by many names.
The group's leader is identified in literature as Malachi Zodok York, the Supreme Grand Master. He is described as a charismatic speaker and apparently a prolific writer, producing monthly newsletters and dozens of books.
He says that he is from the 8th planet in the 19th galaxy of Eliwun, a universe far outside of this one. Does it make sense to you?
That's in the book. If he wrote it, then yeah. We're from Orion. Dr. York is from Risk. He's from Orion. What's the deal? It's nothing strange. It's just new to the public.
The vast majority of cults are started by an individual who's extremely charismatic, who's very confident, very commanding, in some cases very demanding, expects an awful lot of the followers.
So this is the compound nightclub?
No, it's not a compound.
Oh, it's not a compound? I'm sorry.
Not at all.
The centerpiece of the Putnam County property is a nightclub the group opened in October. At midday, it was in high decibel preparation for an upcoming party. Outside, there were parked 3 stretch limousines.
Oh, it's an Egyptian theme park.
This is a theme park?
An Egyptian theme park.
Now, there's some people that think this is a cult.
Well, there's 2 ways to look at it. We don't happen to have a religious belief. You follow what I'm saying? Now, on the other hand, culture, there's a connection there. So if you say we're a cult in the sense of we found a culture that works for us, yeah.
Are they dangerous?
I have no information to indicate that they are dangerous.
What they are is a roadside curiosity to native Putnam Countyans, and to the folks inside the gate, a community with children and entertainment and an Egyptian theme, and a leader they call Grandmaster, who writes that he's from another planet.
Maybe the spaceship come in here and I could get away with them, on it.
You see all that we're building out there?
Yeah.
Does it look like we're going anywhere soon to you? we build it. It's so beautiful out there. It's a beautiful, peaceful environment where we invite any nationality, any race to come out and visit.
Though they declined my request for a formal interview, the Nuwaubian nation of Moors does have a curious history of openness. Each summer it has an open house. The sheriff says the open house draws thousands of people to the Putnam County property, clogging the roads, folks from all over the world coming to visit relatives and to hear from the Supreme Grand Master. Not surprisingly, the group also has a website, an ever-evolving website.
How large a following do they have? I mean, how many people are there at that compound?
Well, it's really hard to tell. The sheriff estimates it's more than 100, but he says that there are also lots of people that actually live in the community in Putnam County who don't actually live on the property, but go to the property regularly to hear the Supreme Grand Master and go to the nightclub, presumably, and whatever else.
The nightclub open to the public? Regular party atmosphere?
That's what they say, and they serve liquor, and they say no drugs are allowed.
Interesting. Putnam County. Doug, thank you.
Thanks.
I'm gonna stop it. I just want to get it come down. I just want to get him coming through here. Then cut off. it up. Yeah, at least I got that. Oh, good. Good.